Whether it's beef cattle or dairy cattle, all cattle need water. Ritchie brings you fresh water on demand. Ritchie, proud to be a partner to the American cattleman since 1921.
Hello, I'm Ethan Oberst of the CattleFax Closing Bell, brought to you by Ritchie Watering Systems. Our neighbors to the north and south play a role in the supply chain both for slaughter animals as well as adding to the feeder cattle and calf supplies. Canadian feeding operations have maintained historically tight numbers recently. This has caused the Canadian fed cattle cash market to remain strong through the first part of 2015, limiting fed cattle imports into the U.S. Fed cattle imports from Canada are 45% or 120,000 head below year-ago levels at this time. Seasonally speaking, fed imports should increase moving into the fall as the U.S. fed cattle market typically makes its seasonal push higher. Expect fed cattle imports to remain on par or below year-ago levels for the second half of the year. The seasonal increase in fed cattle imports should not have a noticeable effect on fed cattle supply in the third and fourth quarters of 2015. Feeder cattle and calf supplies from Canada have been about even with year-ago levels. Currently, imports are 1% above year-ago levels. The dry conditions there has sparked an increase in feeder cattle imports through July as producers look to relieve grazing pressure. Also helping an increase in imports in the last several weeks is U.S. feeder cattle cash market remaining firm. Feeder cattle and calf imports from Canada are expected to increase through the fall and early winter following the typical seasonal pattern. This seasonal increase will not have drastic effects on the placement numbers in the fall or the feeder cattle and calf supply for the first half of 2016. Feeder cattle imports from Mexico are tracking above year-ago numbers. Currently, Mexican feeder cattle imports are 14% above 2014 levels year-to-date. Feeder cattle imports from the south are still within the normal range for imports and once again should not be a major influence on feeder cattle and calf supplies going forward. Expect Canadian feeder cattle and calf imports to finish the year even to below year-ago levels and fed cattle imports to finish below year-ago levels. Expect imports from Mexico to maintain above year-ago levels as we increase feeder cattle and calf imports through the fall and winter. Thanks for watching, and remember to visit CattleFax.com to become a member and receive the latest market news and analysis.
The beef business has never been for the faint of heart. The pressures are real, the risks are high, but the opportunities have never been greater. So how do you sort through it all to decide which way to go? For more than 40 years, CattleFax has led the way. Become a member at www.CattleFax.com. We're the time-proven leader in research, analysis, and information, equipped with the industry's most powerful database. Our team is impartial, objective, our vision is global, and our focus is you. CattleFax, the deciding factor.